flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I know. Hey, give me that. So we remain standing. Hey, Pastor Randy from Northfield. As we gather, gracious God, for this evening's meeting, we pause to reflect on the importance of the work of this governing board is doing in the lives of the residents of Walton. We are thankful that you have gifted this board with capable and gifted leaders to serve the needs of the community. We thank you for the opportunities we have to provide safety, service, education, and community for all, and for the ability to provide aid and support in times of crisis and need. May you bless each one who is here, both the board members and people who have come with their concerns. Bless tonight's agenda and all the business and concerns before this body. We pray for a productive and fruitful meeting tonight. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you.
Okay, good evening, everyone. The first thing that we're going to do tonight is we have a public hearing for local law number 4. I need a motion to open up. I can, what I'll do is I'll read a letter to what initiated this whole thing, this started. Village Board. I'm requesting that there be no parking on St. John Street. The road is too narrow for either side to be parked on. I run a business and my neighbors park right across from my driveway that I put another spot in for customers so they wouldn't have to park on the street. One of my customers backed into them because I said it was too narrow. That was Brenda Ellis. So that instigated us to have a public hearing, and we sent out the notices so that everyone interested would come. So, if anybody wants to speak, just raise your hand and just give your name, and then we'll let you speak. Yes.
Jennifer Davis Mason. I live at 29 St. John Street, and I just want to state that my dad tried for years back in the 70s to try to get no parking on one side of the street, but this is the problem. If you do it the opposite side of where I live, okay, where they backed into the truck, you do it there, then you go to the upper part, that's exactly where they park too, along the roadway. So you gotta either put it on one side or the other, and you guys already got a parking sign where you can't park for the village, and on the other side on the building. So my things, and it's narrow, and a lot of times when you back out of these driveways, you can't see. So that's the reason why I back into my driveway. Very seldom I pull in, but that's the reason why. It's because you cannot see. There's too many trees in the way. Okay?
Anyone else care to say anything?
My name's Tom Batson. I live on Kelly Avenue, which is going down to St. John Street. And I agree. I mean, number one, we have a pothole, it's a manhole cover, okay, which is 5 inches down below the surface, which is a pain in the butt in itself. Really should be fixed. There's no excuse for that. Okay, every time we go up that street, we hit that hole. It's not fair. Okay. On top of that, when I come down off that road, I'm hauling a utility trailer. I can't even make the turn to get out of there when people park on the street. Not to mention some other places. You allow cars to park right on the corner of a stop sign. Known for it is right across from the police department. They park right on the curb. You can't see. You got an RV over here on Townsend Street. You come out of Union or Main
Street.
And you can't see past that RV.
Yeah,
This is absurd.
You're right. I agree with that.
So
I agree with you. I didn't know about that part needs to be filled in with
Well, big
If I would've
time,
known
5
about it,
inches down,
It's the
5
first
or
I'm
6
hearing
inches.
it. If I would know it, I would've gone to make sure they take care of it.
Yeah.
So I will now mention it to somebody.
Thank you.
Anyone else like to say anything about the parking lot?
Well,
Okay.
Brenda Ellis, the thing is when he's pulling off of his street, and Todd is the same thing, when they're pulling out of that street, they can't see past that car. You've pulled out many times where they have to back up because a car is coming. And you can't have running traffic. Somebody has to stop or pull over in order to get down through there. So it is a narrow street. It's a narrow street, but when you park on it, it's even more narrow, so.
And you're blinded by anybody coming
Right.
down the street.
Right.
You can't see.
Can't see it.
Anyone else care to make a comment? Then I need a motion to. All in favor? Now, is there any suggestion from the board of what you want to do? The local law that the lawyer had made up, which is subject to change by us, states that there would be no parking on both sides, from Mead Street to Burton. That can be amended to one side or the other side, or however, or look into it more, whatever you want to do, but we have to have some kind of decision, some kind of suggestion.
Now, everybody, I think there'd be no parking on either side. I think it's great to start from the room, talking about from Burton Street to East Street.
No, Mead Street, yeah, oh, Mead Street, yeah.
No, I did say.
Saying Upper St. John.
You live between Burton and East Street, right?
No, I live from Burton down, I'm on
Burton down.
Brenda Street.
Okay, yep.
I'm by the garage.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, Mead Street.
Yep, all right.
That's where we're at.
I was confused for a second, so that is good.
Okay.
No matter what side of the street it really should be both, because somebody's always gonna get screwed when they pull out of their driveway, or like us coming down Kelly Avenue. If they're parked on the other side, we can't make turns.
That's why we're having this.
I understand, but you're saying one or the other. It really
Well,
should be both.
I mean, it probably should be both, but I'm just saying, I'm giving the options to the board.
Right,
Either way,
okay.
That's what I'm just trying to say.
And I'm thinking because the road is so narrow from one here, I believe we should do both sides. That's my opinion.
Yeah, during the winter time, people find somewhere else to park over there.
So if you want to
Yeah.
do that, then we need a motion.
Make a motion for no parking on St. John Street from Main Street to Burton Street.
Is there a second on that?
I'll second it.
I know you will. All in favor on the board?
Oh, boy.
Okay, it's unanimous. So that's what we'll do. And where is that, is that the end of Kelly Street? Is that where?
Right
it
at the end of Kelly Street on St. John's Street.
You get it going up. if you
I
not
wish I
make
would have
it
known
up.
about it ahead of time. I would have taken care of it.
Not
I
ahead of
I will look at it tomorrow.
Okay, thank you.
And it'll be taken care of one way or the other.
Thank you.
I just can't imagine that it went that long without being, well, it is
Yeah.
possible. Okay. Then I guess we're done with that. Thank you for your input. The next thing we'll do is public input.
Right here.
Well, then, go right ahead.
Okay.
You've got
I'm
the
not
floor.
here to yell at you.
Oh, good.
I know. I knew you'd be happy.
I feel funny though, that I didn't get yelled at.
Well, if you want,
Okay.
give me a couple of minutes. All right, we're having the car show and the vendor event Saturday. We have 45 vendors coming here.
Wow, nice.
And a whole boatload of really cool classic cars are gonna be here. I need you guys to authorize me to use 20 of your phones to surround where it says cars, show cars are gonna be, so I can block that off from 6 o'clock at night until the car shows are gone, just for that amount of time. I will put,
stick in the thing, and I made signs that say, please don't park here after 5:30, car show parking only.
Right.
So it's only gonna be from 5, but I need the cones, cause I need someplace to hold up my.
I spoke to Butch today, he said he spoke to you, and we don't have a problem with that, but we just gotta go through board approval to make sure that's all.
Okay, and also, I have 2 cars, 2 convertibles that are gonna be there. They're gonna be the second and third in line for any board members who would like to be in the car cruise. You need to show up down there between 5:30 and 6. And if you can get a ride down there and have your family meet you at the vendor plaza afterward, that's cool. If not, we'll find a way to get you back to your car. If you show up, that would be great. We're gonna have 2 convertibles that are waiting for you. If you don't wanna do it or can't make it, that's cool. You're gonna
I'll
be
plan it.
otherwise occupied.
Yep.
Also, have you and the police department talked yet about,
Our meeting tomorrow night, see how many people.
I'm gonna be at your meeting tomorrow night, and probably you will want a copy of this. That's the route we're taking. You guys need a copy of the route?
You got it, forgive me, a little, as long as you got it, I'm gonna make it
Yep.
feel good.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay. And I think there was one other. Oh, yeah. You guys, this is the big one. You need to come, bring your family, bring your wallet, spend some money. Spend money. That is important.
No, you're right,
You
yeah,
know,
I
you're
agree
part
with
of
you.
this community, and all these people are coming here, and they need to make some money, or they're never coming back. So if we don't show up, they're not
I'll be
coming
there, my
back.
wife and my daughter are always planning on
And,
going.
yeah, give them plenty of money.
How many plane flights, they good?
That'll work.
That works.
Yep. Okay, so, and when
I-
can I pick up my 20 phones? Can I pick them up like the day before, 2 days before?
I'll speak to Butch in the morning and tell him to let you know.
All right,
And
so,
I will be there on Saturday.
okay,
I don't have a ride, I'll
well,
give you a
I'll
ride
make sure
afterwards,
that you get a
afterwards,
ride
so
back.
that.
Also, I wanna let you know, I'm going to the town board meeting right now, and they will be in a car too. So,
I don't think, can you make it at all, you know?
can your family come down to the vendor event and spend money? Yeah, that'd be really cool. You need everybody to
I'll be
spend money.
picking up my brother, he's coming back from Japan, first time in 10 years, so I have to go down to jail.
So I,
Do you have relatives in town?
I'll invite him.
Whatever, give her money, buy a Christmas present.
so we
You
got
can buy
at
me
least,
a present. I'll
at
buy
least,
you.
at least 2 of us will be riding.
Okay, all right, and there will be town board people there also, I hope.
Okay.
No fighting. Thank
No
you.
fight.
Bye.
Thank you, see you, Mac.
Not hard, is it?
Hey, I'll see you Wednesday night. All right.
Thank you, Maxine.
Thank you, Maxine.
Does anyone else like to have a moment to speak?
Oh, hi.
Yes, I'm sorry.
I'm Laura Butcher. I live at 2 Eastbrook Street,
Which,
2 Eastbrook Street,
okay.
the address that doesn't exist. And, I'm here with my daughter tonight. She runs the craft
At the,
up to Austin, Lincoln. She's done it for 3 or 4 years now. And, we're here to submit some vouchers to get repaid. And I'm asking the board to figure out a different way to come up with the money for her to be able to buy supplies. Since she started doing it, I put it on my credit card and I end up paying interest and tax on everything. And, if we're gonna run this program, it's a village program, she should be able to get village money to get her started. Some of the ideas was like maybe a third of it at the beginning, so she can go shopping for the craft supplies, when she brings back the receipts, maybe the next third, and so on until it's done, up. But I can't keep doing this, cause I lose money on the tax and the interest.
Can argue with that, right?
Yeah,
I don't know how it's been done in the
tax
past, I'm
exempt
not
number
sure.
at Walmart, and it doesn't exist in their system. So I haven't even gotten to use the tax exempt number. So,
like she said, if we could do something like getting a third of it at a time. I do have my vouchers for this year. Jody has the beginning of the month ones, and then I have the rest. I would like a check for the remainder of it, so that I can go get the tie-dye stuff, because I have tie-dye on Thursday, and I have no shirts and no tie-dye. But I still have money left in my budget.
Okay. So you can,
I can't write a check unless you guys.
no, I realize that, but we have.
That's on you.
Yeah, I know. I apologize, but I always thought that Brian took care of it down
So,
the DPW.
in the past, they do have, I can like do the PO number for Oriental Trade, but it's not always the most reasonable place to go.
Yeah, no,
So, we go to different places and get what we can.
No,
And
what I really meant was, I thought there was a better program together to get you
Right.
the money. I've been doing this for 16 years. This is the first time I had someone come to a meeting and say,
Right.
I'm having issues with the money. So that's why I'm looking at you kind of, like,
Well,
I
the
can't
budget's
believe-
also, I mean, you guys were generous this year and gave a bigger budget.
Yeah,
which
no, I know we
appreciate.
did, so I just didn't.
So it's, you know what I mean, it gets to be a little more and then it gets harder.
So how much do you need for tonight then?
I can add it all up here, and then I just need the ones from Jody, because she has my beginning of the month ones, and then I can figure out what's remaining and write it all on here.
In talking with Brian today, he said he thought at some point in time that the village had a Walmart credit card. That's basically where we get all the supplies from, because they're the most reasonable.
Do you have a?
Just wondering if that was something you could look into again?
We used to have one, I don't know what we want with that, I've never had to use it, I think, when Jonathan Brooks was here, we started having issues.
Using it?
Yeah,
Fine.
I don't know.
And then the only other thing that I could come up with to solve, just give you some ideas is, if there was an account open just for that and a debit card that went with it.
Well,
Those
I
are the ideas. Yeah.
have, and I was just thinking like that, if you get most of your stuff from Walmart anyway, why couldn't we get that kind of card at the beginning of the year?
Right,
Like a
that's
gift
what-
card,
Yeah,
say here,
Yep,
and
gift
just
cards.
give us the receipts as you use. it.
Yeah, get like maybe, if you don't want it all out at once, get
Yeah.
like maybe 3 gift cards, split it up and.
That's a good idea too. If you're telling you the idea, open the idea. I just, again, like what he said with the whole, I didn't know that was there, and we never was brought to us there was an issue with. I know we're grateful that you're doing that for the kids.
Right.
The kids love it, and
Oh,
that's why
yeah.
we want to do it. But we never want to make it hard. You have the money to pay for it. That's the idea of doing this.
right,
So we need to make a motion to. We don't know the dollar amount.
right,
We
I gotta
need-
figure that out.
No, I have to do it right this minute.
Okay.
You can do it before, or tomorrow morning you can come in.
Okay.
Our idea is we just have to make a motion to authorize Jody to give a check to you
Okay.
for,
Whatever needs to.
how do you word that, for the
I'd say
remaining.
a check or
Well,
whatever.
I mean, pretty much it's gonna be for the $1,500, because,
No, the rest of, you have to add up what
I
we
know, but
spent and deduct
right.
that from the 1,500.
so we're gonna get 2 checks?
So what's
Okay.
left, they can issue a check.
Okay,
Right.
got it.
Got that? What's that? You okay, you got everything done out, Jody? Everyone's got the right to check.
I would like to see, after things get situated, a committee for the park activities, because basketball has gone down big time. The crafts, we do great. Leanne counts every day, and we have between 30 and 40 kids a day.
There was almost 51 days.
And when we did the sheriff's department the other day for the safety IDs, we handed out 45 IDs. So I would like a committee that we can all get together and come up with some different ideas, maybe.
Well, we have 2 trustees that's the thing.
Right.
So we could probably get together with the 2 of them to have it and just have this discussion.
Sounds
So we
good.
do that with the theater, we do it with other things, so it makes sense to me.
Okay.
So do you wanna, how how much have you received so far? Have you received any money so far?
No.
No, you just get the receipts.
Right.
Well, we only got another,
It's only I've got 3 more days. So like I said, if I can get a check tomorrow, then I'm gonna go to
and then
Walmart
that, but
and.
how much, you've got how many more weeks before the program is?
This week is
This is
the last
the
week.
last thing?
But her tie-dye day is like one of the biggest days she has.
Yeah, so I gotta get the stuff for that.
Alright, so we put $1,500 in the budget for that,
Yes,
but you have received nothing.
we haven't received anything, so
This voucher here is for $491.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how much the voucher is
Yeah.
or what Jody's
Okay,
got.
then,
Yeah, what vouchers do you have with you tonight?
I have everything with me tonight. She's got 2 of them, and then, she's got 2 on one voucher, 2 receipts, and then I have the rest of them.
I would say it's due diligence, we need to have something physical in actually before we authorize any sort of payment.
Should we submit this to
so
Jody?
I was, what he's basically saying is you give us the receipts of what you got so far, and Jody tomorrow, if you get a chance, will issue a check to cover that amount.
Okay.
And then we'll come up with the rest.
And we'll definitely have the money before the end of the week, so that we can do tie-dye. It's Thursday's tie-dye.
So you're gonna need basically the whole thing.
Right.
But, yeah, I understand what you're saying, but I think sometimes we need to have receipts before we can issue checks, that's how it goes with us, and that's
That's for every department.
Right.
not just for you. So, if you get the amount of money that you've got receipts for now,
Then I can use that, and then.
you
then
can use
receipt-
that to buy your
Right,
rest of the
yes,
stuff.
yes.
Then come back to that and we'll issue the other check. How's
Right.
that? That fair?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we'll get something else in place for next year,
next
so
year.
that we
Yeah,
can
we'll have a different
have the
program,
money
yeah.
ahead of time,
Yeah,
and then.
there's gotta be something, yeah, with the gift cards or something like that, makes
Right.
more sense.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Just need to,
we need a motion to write a check for the amount of receipts we have right now. And then, when the other receipts come in, we'll write the check for that, just for $1,500.
I make the motion that we authorize clerk to issue a check based on the amounts listed in the physical receipts.
And then,
And that,
when they come back, by the end of the week, because we're not gonna have another meeting, write a check for the remaining amount, we can see
provide the receipts.
we have a second on that?
Second.
All in favor? Opposed? That's fair?
Thank you very much.
Well, you know, again, it was something I didn't know about, we didn't know about it, if you would have.
Well, we've just always made it work, and
Yeah.
it's just
No, you
this
did,
year.
we appreciate everything you're doing, the kids love it.
Yeah.
The kids absolutely love it, and everybody benefits from it, so thank you very much. for
You're
your-
welcome. Thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah, no, thank you, come anytime. All right, anybody else would like to have an old speak? Yes, ma'am.
Andy Cagle, I'm with,
Oh, Andy, I'm sorry.
you know, you didn't recognize me. With Metal Energy.
Energy,
When I
yeah.
was here last time, you had said, wait a minute, what about the?
Wastewater treatment plant.
Yeah, right, and that added $2,000 to the amount of money that you'll be able to save. So I brought a new, well, first of all, here's the completed contract, so I'll give you that in a minute. But I wanted to give everybody a new report on what you can actually save. If last year you would have saved $2,800 and some. This is just on the delivery. Remember, you're still gonna be with Constellation, which is doing a very good job for you. So it's not something that you wanna get rid of at all.
This is over and above that.
This is in addition to that. Yep, that's what that is. And I really wanted you to look at, Jody, thank you, by the way, for getting us that other information. I want you to also look at the ineligible meters down at the bottom. Because if you'll notice, some of them, what you have to have is a minimum of 1,000 kilowatt
Oh, okay.
hours
I was
per
gonna ask you
year.
that. Per year.
Per year. So you have one here that's over 800, and then there are two that are in the 600s.
Yeah.
Very possibly, at some point, you'll be able to add those to this report and actually save money on those as well. So it's really simple. It's a matter of the contract. and, there's no lawsuit at all, we just,
It's a win-win.
it's a discount, yeah, and this is, last year, it was like, what was it, $2,800, could be more next year. It's all based on what the NICE rate is, and that's the contract if you wanna look at that. Not now, I mean.
No.
Yeah, but, and I also have lots of, this is also something that can be used for residents. I have it on my house. Brenda, I gave you some information on that. I have mine in Margaretville is signed up for this, and it just saves you 10% on your electrical energy cost. Doesn't cost anything to sign up at all. If you ever wanna get rid of it, you just get rid of it, that's fine. And I just wanted to know where I could put some information, where is that appropriate? Okay,
You got something to leave?
yeah, I have flyers and, you know.
Maybe I'll figure some things out.
Okay, all right,
Now, when we do this, when does all have to be, should be done?
okay, you should be actually be able to start seeing, the discount by the end of the year. It, you know, because it's a municipality, it takes longer for NICE to finally go, what? And so that's how long it will take, but there's nothing else you'll have to do, we'll make all the changes.
We just need to sign the contract.
Yeah.
And then we can get started.
Exactly, so, and I also sent you this online, so whichever way you wanna do that is fine, and all I really need back from you is the signature page, cause I've got everything else. Okay, do you guys have any questions?
That was my next question. Another question.
Okay,
I mean, it's,
what do you say?
Who I play?
Yeah, what's your instrument?
The guitar for me.
Oh, that's good.
it sounds like a very good thing. It's not
Yeah.
gonna cost us anything, and we end up saving the taxpayers money, so. That's what our goal is always is here, to as much data as we want to get. Any comment on that, you guys? I mean,
I already do that program.
you do?
Yep, and it does save money.
Yay,
Okay.
that's great.
I mean, it saves a little bit on the house, imagine for us, if we're gonna save $2,000, it's a big amount, I mean.
I know.
I remember we upgraded our lights to save a couple $1,000, I mean, so this is like every year, so.
And
I would
without
recommend
losing
that you guys
anything.
give me the okay to sign this so that we can start the.
I know it was mentioned last time that there were fewer people here last time, there's other municipalities that are already.
Yes, thank you, Eric. Yeah, there are, there's, actually the village and the town of Delhi. Also Middletown, Margaretville, and Fleischman's, and Shandaken, and are all signed up, and
I spoke to a lot of the mayors about it, they were all very pleased with it.
Oh, good.
And the taxpayers have been, so I think it's a good idea.
okay.
You wanna make a motion, allow me to. Yeah, yeah.
I'll make a motion to allow us to sign up for that program.
Second? All in favor?
Well, there.
That-
We're just here. Actually, and there's a page right on there. Sign it, you know, I think it's, no, I'll send it back, cause I'm
Yeah.
gonna make copies.
You gotta make a-
Oh, okay,
We'll
that's
take care of
great,
it. All right.
that's fine, okay,
Right.
thanks, guys.
Thank
And if
you.
anybody wants to find out about this tonight.
I want one of them for the ranch.
Okay, wait a second. Tell me what you should want.
Is there anyone else that would like to have 2 moments to speak?
So I can present it at our meeting tomorrow night.
No?
Absolutely.
But once, please, once. All right, thank you. Next, we have the abstracts. I think everybody's had a chance to take a look at them. If you don't have any suggestions to changes or anything, I need second. All in favor? Opposed? Carried. Police Department, Chief.
I believe you guys already have the report, monthly report emailed to you.
I would have to look into that, I know it's October third and fourth, I just have, I can look into that and get that. Where is it at again?
Make a motion to send off.
All in favor? Votes?
Okay, yeah.
Another thing, I wanted to bring up, regarding the other patrol car. Looking for authorization to get the patrol car replaced up. Oh, the nice one that's been sitting down there? Yeah, that, yeah. As you all know, we had purchased a car 2 years ago, foot car, and it had issues. It kept stalling out. We took it down to the Ford dealership in Norwich, Matthews Ford. They tried fixing it. They said it was all right. We took it back, stalled out again. It's the same issue. I called up the head of Ford and said, we got a lemon here, and it was purchased through Minnesota, I think it was. Okay. So anyway, they okayed to reimburse us the cost. They took out a little bit of wear and tear on it, which we didn't have a lot of miles on it. So I think we had 2,000 miles on the car, so I think they deducted $260, and the rest of it we're going to be getting back. It's like $34,000 and change. So we talked to the chief about looking around because we need to get a car to replace it because our cars are down to, we got a lot of miles on them and they've been used a lot. So that's really a good question. I had a chance to look around and see what the bids are now, the state bids are. The old car, the old new car that we have back has been in the shop. They're taking out the lights and all the equipment out of it, and we got to bring it back to the Ford dealership in Norwich so we can get the check for $36,000, which I have to go and sign and take a trip down there, so, which is okay. And definitely need authorization for him to read this check out.
Motion to give authorization to
All in favor?
Just to look,
And
I guess purchase it, we're within our.
well, to come up
but
with,
we can't purchase without knowing how much it is.
Yeah, right.
Just start looking.
we can call for a special board meeting if we have to for the property, find something. Yeah. Because we had to pay, the check is gonna be for 36, but actually, what had happened is the Matthews Ford charged $1,500 for the work they did on the car. And going back to the Ford company, I said, wouldn't it be quicker if you just give us a check for $36,000 and we'll pay $1,500 out? And they said, yeah, we'll go faster, so that's why we're doing that. So, okay, so we're good then to get the authorization or something. Look, if it comes around with something that we can find, we'll have to have a special meeting if we get a total price of money, because we're not gonna have enough property to pay cash for everything. So the last time I checked the car, they were up to like 46,000, I think.
Last sunrise.
Yeah, and this, they give us 34, so you know, we're gonna up another 10 grand. So.
Okay,
Anyway.
so you make the motion?
Yes, and
Second it?
Eric,
Right.
Eric Wall. Okay. We have two Erics that have to make that, so. Okay. Anything else? That's it for now? Okay, great. How's things going? You feel getting comfortable there now? Getting there for a while now.
Getting there.
Good stuff. Good, good. That's what you gotta do, baby. That's good. All right, thank you. All right, thank you. Okay, take care. Bill Brown, Delaware Engineering. No. Okay, I just wanted to get started.
We have a couple of updates.
I'm off tomorrow.
On the INI study, report was completed and sent it to EFC, and we're waiting for their final sign off to make sure it's the second half of the comment that project. Keep hoping EFC will release. CBUD, overall project, was presented to the city, as a capital project, and they approved, and I believe issued funds to cover it, so it was like $130,000 capital project. The bulk of it is work being done by SME Mechanical, they're the contractors that are doing all the plumbing work and piping work. So we have a contract in place with them, and then this was, supplemental or service work that Paragon did as a specialty contractor, so they came in with a big vacuum truck with hoses on it, and vacuumed out the trough inside the building, to remove, material. That work was authorized at a previous board meeting, the work was not done, and we're, switching gears a little bit on the water side of things, so the capital project, that's a new one. Yeah, we probably can.
Make a motion to pay the 6,000.
62.
6,255.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay.
On the water project, which is repairs to the tanks, one of the well houses and replacing the water line at Prospect, that's progressing. And we are under budget on that project. The last of the water line was installed and completed last week. Testing came back today, and we sent that to the New York State Department of Health. They asked for them for approval to put it into service. So that part of the project is wrapping up. We are under budget, and that's allowed for some additional work to take place, namely, some additional repairs on the concrete water tank, to the tune of about $60,000, and, installation of the water line for the new well that's being installed. So that's able to be done under the funding of the water project that we're in budget.
So that connection as well?
Yeah, so we have to put in about 250 feet of pipe, in the grade well field, so that's gonna be done by Rutledge, under this current contract, within the budget that we have now.
That's good news.
To allow that to proceed, we are asking for a change order to extend their contract completion date. The base contract was to be wrapped up this past month, July 31st. We're looking to extend that out a month for them to complete additional work, and get that done.
Need a motion on the line?
Yes.
Make a motion to submit that change order.
All in favor? Opposed? Okay.
And then also we have the invoice from Rutledge Excavating, for the work through July 31st, in the amount of $204,390.87.
Need a motion, I make the motion to approve payment of invoice number 4 for the total amount of $204,089.30. Need a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
That'll go to EFC, they'll wire funds to the village for that cash. Pretty well, we did get the final test results in, from the lab. Everything looks to be in accordance with state standards, so now that's into DOH for them to get a final sign off for us to be able to start using that well. In the meantime, we are gonna run the pipe over to it under the different, project.
How's the volume coming out of that?
So we're about 250 to 275 gallons per minute, which is less than the current, it's more than the current Curry well makes because the production is declining.
It's less than what it used
less
to.
than what when the Curry well went in originally, it was in 4,500 range. So that was our initial target for production for the new well. It ended up producing about 250 to 275. That is more than some of the wells that we have in Austin Lincoln that produce in the 100 gallon range. So it's sufficient.
It's less than what it was going to be.
Yeah, I mean, it's just gonna be, we'll have to run the well pump for 6 hours a day versus 4 hours a day to meet, the given demands. In the meantime, the whole well pump will be incrementally smaller, so the electric charge will be incrementally less, than
It's just worth noting where this all began. Get into a situation, if you don't hit water, you don't hit a minimum volume, you don't hit those standards, you have to dig another test hole. Oh, you get into a now aquifer. And so it's a big deal. It's come from a long way.
It's a long process. There are a lot of requirements and standards to make sure it's, the water expensive, so we don't wanna do that, we wanna just have groundwater. And then there's chlorine added to it for disinfection purposes, and then another chemical for corrosion control. So, which is kind of baseline for treatment, which is what our goal was. That's proceeding, it's a long process to go to get the funding to go towards that, and, it's proceeding.
Do we know how much more to expect to see from Singer?
Well, I mean, the water line, if you're gonna do a water project, there's about a $50,000 to $60,000 amount that we don't have to go out and get separate funding for, so that helps. And the main thing that we don't have allocated right now is to run the electric feed over to the new well, and that's what we put in the financing request.
I spoke to Congressman Maldonado, and I said, hey, we need some money. We need some help, we haven't got any money in the last couple of years to save it out. And Bill sent them a copy of the estimate that we got. And I said, well, $50,000, but I said, well, what kind of money, help us out here, we really need a lot of help. Now that we got a meeting tomorrow, I'm gonna talk to him again and say, you had this for a week, what do you find out? So, book is cheap, I always say, give the money first, I don't know what you're talking about. But, yeah, I'm sorry.
So that is proceeding.
Yeah.
The other item we have to bring up is the lead service line inventory. So we've been talking about for the last few months. The village was awarded a grant from New York State Environmental Facilities Corporation to cover the cost of having the inventory prepared. So this is a federal mandate. All water systems go around their entire system to just find out if there's any lead service. In New York State, EFC, with funding from the feds, established funding that municipalities can seek out, and they was applied for funding last year. It wasn't awarded a grant in March, to the tune of $640,000. Unlike most of our other programs, this program is 100% grant, so there isn't a local match, there isn't a local takeout on the backside of it. So the next step in the process is for a team engineer to facilitate the inventory, which again is mandated by the state feds. So to go with that, we're in the process.
You know a firm that we can use? Yes, we have our RFQ process, a booklet and everything that they gave that we have to fill out, and which I did. I just need board approval so that I can sign it officially and send it back to them.
Had the opportunity to review the document, which is the request. I have a motion to authorize signature.
Give a second.
I will second.
All in favor? Oh, okay.
I guess the other two pieces with that, there is a finance application, the EFC finance application, so that's the grant agreement, that's the contract between the state and the village for them to provide you the funding to initiate the work. So we would ask for a motion for that.
Make the motion to authorize the mayor to sign the finance application with NYS US.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Vote? Okay.
And then the last thing there is a secret determination, environmental review. So any project that you undertake, you're required to do environmental review. This project is considered a type 2 action, which is the lowest determination. We're not building anything, we're conducting a study, so you're not clear cutting or dredging a river or anything like that. So it's a type 2 action under seeker. There is the end of your 20-page packet here. There is the whereas is for the seeker determination, but it's a type 2 action under seeker.
We need a motion for that as well.
Make the motion that we will declare the field service line inventory project a type 2 action under secret.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Vote? Okay.
That's the excitement. The application for the fuel was put in this past month. So as you're talking to your elected officials, we're probably highlighting that to see if they can show us some support for that. But it's all coming for it.
Okay.
Do you have in there, authorize the mayor to sign the
Yeah.
So that's tied with the secret.
Yeah.
So along with that, do you guys wanna give me, authority to open up a new bank account for that?
Oh, yeah, that we need to have, yeah, for that project.
Make a motion that we open up another account to run this project.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Now, I have a-
Wait, I have a question.
yes, ma'am.
Did he say prospect is done? Like, it's done, that water project?
It's ongoing.
Oh, it's
We're
not.
still ongoing, yeah.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, somebody needs to get hold of the state, because you round that corner and you can round it just, easy, and it's wobbly, and you have to move to the left.
Make sure you.
Yeah, they got more they gotta do, they know,
Yeah.
there's more they have to do, they know, we're not done. We're just
Oh,
trying to get-
okay, I just wanted to ask,
No,
because I'm
no,
thinking,
Not a problem.
Just the
That's
pipe
not
is
the
installed.
state to put that back in, it's the contractor to put that back into state spec.
okay,
What's down now is temporary paving. So the water line is installed, they have to be tested, that's not completed. All the individual houses get hooked up along the way. Once that's done, there'll be a finished pave that's.
Oh,
gonna be a
okay.
lot. So that's good. That's what's next.
okay,
Thank you, Bill. Next, wastewater treatment, Shane? Good evening.
First one for authorized turnkey controls to replace five existing flow meters in our red building. Right now, currently only one of those five works, so they first installed in '92, so that's good.
Been a while.
So then the cost for that was $31,390 plus shipping for the meters, and that's an 80% village, 20% DEP. It was budgeted.
Make a motion to authorize one to put in one of those meters.
Need a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Vote.
Right, second one's to replace our, the soft oxygen pump in our aeration tank that failed. It's $1,139 plus shipping, and then 80% village, 20% DEP cost.
Budgeted as well. But no,
No, it was much smaller number.
But it failed, and
we have to
it
replace
was a spare one on the shelf.
Make a motion to fix it.
Second.
All in favor? Vote. Okay.
Right, and the last one's to authorize Milton Cat to replace the coolant in the generator and repair a minor leak, and that's $7,958.16, and that is 100% DEP cost.
Yay.
Hallelujah.
That one will go. I need a motion for that.
Make a motion to continue that generator.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Vote.
That's all I have.
Well, you gotta do, RFQ. This board's gonna approve it, the forms that we just did for,
Oh.
yeah, the same form that we had, that we just approved, EFC, it's gotta be, they got a $50,000 grant down at the wastewater treatment plant, and the question is that we fill out, has to be approved by us as well, so, you make the motion then? All in favor?
Aye.
Vote. Okay, so, just wanna make sure we get everything when we're done. Okay, thank you. Code enforcement, Zach? I'm getting there.
Made a report earlier today, Josh, sent that out to everybody, so we get that.
Yep. Yeah.
Only real big thing that I might have right now is the parking lot for Dollar General. The owner has been telling me he's been in contact with certain places that will do the work to fix the parking lot. And I feel like he's kind of stringing us along, keep pushing the date back, trying to take time and take time and take
You
time.
think? Yeah.
And, I'm new to this position, but I've seen that parking lot for a long time. It's not only a health hazard for people, but it's also a safety hazard for other people's vehicles in the town as well. And so I think we need to push forward and give them, this is the final date, you need to give us a start date and the project,
I would strongly, I concur, we had a discussion about it. I spoke to the owners too, and she BS'd me a couple times, and I think it's been 6 months now, we're playing around with it. I think that we should give her an ultimatum, that within a couple weeks, you give us a contract for the person that's gonna do it, a signed contract with a date on it, or we're gonna shut you down. And the code guy can do that. I don't wanna do that, but a lot of people go in there, you can almost put a whole truck in some of these holes over there, it's terrible. And everybody keeps asking us all the time, when are we gonna do it? And it's the owner of the company, it's not the manager, it's the owner of the company. So I would make a strong suggestion that we do something to that effect.
Can I say something? Could you wait until after Saturday? I have to ask them for my parking.
Yeah, no, I can't keep this thing.
Thank you. Pardon.
Drive those nice cars, do you want to park on?
No, just along the edge, but that edge thing is the thing, purple.
Well, we can give them, he said we can give them an ultimate thing. Give us a thing within a certain time, or we're gonna shut you down, and we can't do that.
Well, Jim was going around with one of them things, and I asked him what he was doing, and he said, I'm giving the lady an estimate.
Yeah, and then apparently she's saying it's too much, so she's gonna renege on everything, so we're gonna give her an ultimatum that do this or else. But then you're gonna lose a lot of business in the store. We don't wanna do that, but you've gotta take care of the safety of people driving in there. So, would somebody like to make a suggestion, or?
You want a motion form that we, I don't know how you.
Yeah,
Make a motion that we, give the owner, the property owner, an ultimatum of when you're gonna get the parking lot fixed, so we will have to force our hand to shut you down.
Yeah.
What's the latest, meeting can be done within the calendar year?
Well, it depends on the weather. I mean, usually it's gonna be in October, but, if it gets cold, sometimes we know, we live in Delaware County, sometimes September we're getting snow, but usually it's October. But I would say that if they could, even if we give them a couple of weeks and they come back and give us a contract that states something before that time, just to shut down, you know what I mean?
I think you can go until mid-November, it's basically when the plant's shut down.
Yeah.
Say like by the end of August, or sooner than
But-
that.
The contract by the end of August, how's that? Good?
Contract by the end of the month.
That we got it,
The work
we
will be
see a
done by
signed contract,
the
and here's the date when they're gonna do it.
The work will be completed this year, start date and finish date.
Is that all right? Okay,
That's my motion.
second on that?
Second.
All in favor? Aye, I vote. And again, stated, we talked to them, not that we're looking to do this, the last thing we wanna do is hurt business, however, the business is hurting the residents that live here, that support them. So we have to look out for the taxpayers first.
Can I say something?
You sure can.
Have the village, fill in that hole just past the Family Dollar, before we have the car show, so somebody don't hit it, cause it's a big hole there.
Is it on our property?
I don't know if it's on the family,
If it's on there, if it's on Family Dollar property, you can't.
it's right just as you get ready to stop to look to see if anybody's coming. It's right there. Yeah, by Veterans Plaza, that's towards the end, to the corner.
Oh, yeah, that's there, it's, all right, we'll take a look at it, I'll take a look at it, okay?
Okay.
Anything else?
As far as I have, that's the only thing real big.
Oh, the other thing I wanted to bring up, and a few people have talked about it, about doing some kind of noise ordinance. There's been a few families that are having issues with neighbors and things like that, making loud noises and everything, and the police's hands are kind of tied because there's nothing in writing. Now, Josh has showed us once before something similar they had in Delhi. The Delhi is different than Walton, but I think that we need to seriously look into that by next meeting, maybe come up with something that we can sign so that, we can start protecting some of our people that they can't even go in their houses because it's so noisy and everything, and, it's not fair. And it's not just one location, it's 3 or 4 different locations that I've been talking about, so.
So you feel comfortable for all.
Yeah, oh, yeah. I don't know if they need a motion or something there, but I think this is.
You gotta know exactly what the ordinance is gonna be.
Usually, if encompasses a certain noise level as measured by a particular instrument that you'll need to use that in decibels for prosecution, if that comes to that.
Is that gonna be 24 hours there, or is it gonna be from one time to another time?
I don't think we have set the time now, but we have to be authorized to look into it, consult with our attorney, what is feasible, what laws are out there that we can model after, and then present that to the village.
We used to have one for 10 o'clock, you couldn't make noise after 10 o'clock.
Well, you know, we have an ordinance for parking and things like that, but this is something completely different, so, it's gotta be something that encompasses all the time, that you can't, you know, but there are people that do it during the daytime too, it get very loud. But a lot, especially at night, though, when people are sleeping. Yeah, but that's what,
how they've got them.
speak to Joshua, to see if we can get something together for next month, to look at. So it's only fair to the people, you know, they pay taxes, they live in here in their homes, they wanna be able to go out and enjoy their yard and do other things. Okay.
And also, just on that note, like if you're going to create a law like that, and you're going to go and enforce it, you have to go and buy the particular equipment you need to enforce it too.
Yeah,
So,
no.
what an estimate on that would look like, as well as the time for things now.
Yep, good idea. No, we're just gonna do some minutes of, we're not gonna do anything, no motion after, we're not agreeing. We're just gonna leave it there for it. We've talked about it before, but this needs to be something that needs to be done. Okay, thank you, Brad, I appreciate it. George has personal issues, family issues, yes, again, it couldn't be here. So we'll go to trustee reports. We'll start with you. Do you have anything? Okay, Eric? Eric?
So there is an annual JCAP grant that's a funding opportunity for our courts. It's an annual opportunity for both the town court and village court. And the range is $30,000 per court, $60,000 jointly. One of the things that came up with was elevator. Don't see how an elevator could cost $30,000. Probably well exceed that. But it is one of the things, one of the goals we talked about, Jeff and I. So that application is due in October. So I have to look into a bit more as far as estimate, where would that go, even if that was a possibility. And of course, you know, if you're awarded $30,000 for an elevator, you'd be responsible for the overage, which we have not budgeted. So another item that was mentioned was security, so talking about metal detector. Could that be something handheld? We don't always have a court officer up there as far as I'm aware. So part of that grant could also be giving it a physical metal detector put at the doorway. So I'm gonna meet with the judge later this week and see what his priorities are. And, I don't know if we need a board motion.
If we're just looking into it, no, but if you're putting in for a grant, yes. Right. You just looked at that.
Right. So we would need to submit a resolution by next month's meeting. If you have time to be on
Well,
it.
he comes up with some, but you know, I'm sure you're not a guy engineer or somebody who does this, but I'm telling you, $30,000 is no way gonna cover the hell of it, I'm not sure. And we have a historical building. So if you're gonna put something on the inside, there's nowhere to put it. On the outside, if you did that, if you talk to the historical society, they may have an issue with it. I don't know, I'm just trying to bring up all the things.
So the question is, if it intended to be like an ADA compliant lift as opposed to an elevator, where the full elevator would be way more, but a lift is definitely not.
I mean, I have a chair lift in my house, and it only costs like.
Well, that might be something to look into, is, would the ADA be okay with us putting a chair lift that goes up the stairs? Would that be enough to be compliant with them? Because we're out of compliance, we have been for quite a long time, which is good. And if that is it, then for that kind of money, we could definitely do something up there that would take care of it. So,
And those ideas will require estimates. I just don't know
Yeah.
if the authorization to give an estimate.
no, I don't think I have to get an estimate. we're not paying anything, we're just getting an idea of the cost. And matter of fact, the estimate is a great idea. The chairlift might be the
Yeah,
best.
I
It
have
might
one
be
at
the
my
best
house,
thing.
it doesn't take much space, you fold it
Now,
up
I
in the
went to
bottom.
state of New York, have an ADA grant, because I know they give out grants to bring staff to these houses. That
Okay.
have, and I know that for a fact.
Hey, we can look at that. So,
Yeah,
I'm sure the state of New York would have offer something.
this isn't the only shot of funding, but it's a round of substantially more funding than what we're
Well, we're ready.
trying to get some ideas together to see how far we go. So,
Okay, good idea.
okay, that is all.
That is all. Okay. Nate,
Well, I have some preliminary numbers for the pool this summer. For the first session of swimming lessons, we had around 150 swimming students. And for the second session, it was around 130. So swimming lessons have been a huge success this summer. And we hope to continue with that next summer. We've had around 80 to 90-ish people in the main section of the pool every day this summer. Again, these are ish numbers, ballpark. 80 to 90 in the main section of the pool this summer, and 50 to 60-ish are in the kiddie pool every day this summer. So we've had very good numbers at the pool. We've had excellent numbers for our swimming lessons. So we've had a very good summer at the pool. It's been a hot summer, so a lot of people have been coming to the pool. Arts and crafts has been extremely successful this year. Thank you to Jackie Armstrong. She left, but we thank her for doing such a great job, because everybody loves her and everybody loves the arts and crafts. Our basketball attendance has been a little anemic this year, and we're going to have to look into it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, the guy can't sweat in here about it. This was at 7 a.m.
Because
this
of the
morning.
rain,
Yeah,
they were worried about rain, so they changed the date.
maybe they can change the date. That'd be good.
That's what they did, change
Let's,
the date.
so let's stay tuned on that one. We'd like to thank Jackie Armstrong and Seth Hunter for doing our arts and crafts and basketball programs this year. And our sincerest thanks to our lifeguards, especially our WSI lifeguards, for stepping up to do swimming lessons and making the swimming lesson program a huge success this year. And we hope to see everyone again next year at the pool. The theater, it's quiet for the summer. I encourage everyone to look at the theater website for Music on the Delaware's upcoming season and the upcoming coffee house season. Those back starting in September. And I encourage everyone to go to the fair and visit the theater booth at the fair for more information on what's coming up throughout the next year at the theater. And of course, everyone should be very safe and careful in the park, starting toward the end of this month into September for Pee Wee football and field hockey. The Austin Lincoln Park will be very, very busy starting very soon for fall activities. And with that, I need to announce that this is my last board meeting as a member of the village board. And it's for good reasons. Love being on the village board. I've cherished my time here. And I'm just going to read my letter of resignation, which sounds negative. It's not. Dated July 31st. Dear Mayor Snow, I'm writing to inform you of my intention to resign from my position as Walton Village Trustee, effective at 12:01 a.m. on Tuesday, August 6th, 2024. I've made the decision to advance my career in special education and have enrolled in graduate school at SUNY Oneonta. My new schedule with this next step in my life will inhibit my ability to continue to serve in my capacity as village trustee. It has been my great honor and privilege to serve the village of Walton these past 5 years, and I thank you, Mr. Mayor, my colleagues on the board, and the Walton Village voters for entrusting me with your faith and confidence. I know that I leave the board in excellent hands, and I am excited to see what great things lay on the horizon for our beloved village. With my most sincere gratitude, Nathan Jameson. So I thank you all for having me, and it's been my absolute privilege to work here. But I need to move on to the next phase in my personal and professional life, and that's just not going to allow me to continue serving on the board. I'm very excited for my successor, and I'll let I'll let the mayor tell you who that's gonna be, and he'll make that announcement. So thank you everyone very much from the bottom of my heart.
I want to say thank you very much from me and the board. Appreciate all the effort you put in, the theater, the pool, all the rest of the stuff we've been doing. So thank you very, very much. You show up all the time, which is important. And I'm just gonna, I've got a plaque we want to give you, so if you don't mind. Oh, thank you. I think. Will, you can take a picture of me? It just says, thank you, A. Jameson, for, I'm sorry.
I didn't wanna be in the video.
For your 5 years dedication to the board.
Thank you very much.
There you go. Thank you.
Thank you
Pleasure.
very much. This is nice.
Okay, that's my first bit of good news. Second bit of good news is that we have a replacement. Thankfully, that we had, Beth O'Brien, who is sitting in the back over there, has graciously accepted our invitation to join the board, which will be effective 12/02, tomorrow.
We'll call you, 12:02.
Now everything you know, whatever you do now, you remember the board, so remember that. I mean, always, even if you're not here, it's always remember the board. And we appreciate you stepping up, and thank you.
So
And
come to the
anything we
vendor
can-
plaza and spend money.
Anything we can do to help, the other board will all chip in, show you what to do. You'll be on the two committees, the theater and the DPW. I'll speak to Butch, and he'll call you and set up a time that you can come down and meet the guys, and he'll give you a rough schedule, scenario what's going on. In the theater group, they meet once a month. And then Nate over here is on that group as well. Eric. Nate, Eric. My brain's nuts. Eric Dortcher is gonna be on the theater committee with you. So we need a motion to make a motion for that. Second. All in favor? Oh, okay. You're in. The second thing I have, we need somebody for the planning board, because when Steve came back on the board, he had to leave. So Deb O'Brien, the Bryans that got it tonight, I spoke to her and she has agreed to join the planning board. So we need a motion for that as well. Put her on the planning board.
I will second.
All in favor? Great. Another thing I have to clear up is somehow, one of the reporters asked me about the store off in Township. It says Alfred is coming, and another person had told me they thought it was the hairstyle place. And I'm way off base. When I went to the Northfield Church last week, they had a celebration, and a lady came up. She said, "May, I said, I don't know. Someone told me." So I called the Northfield Church, and they explained to me what really it is. There's 5 churches that have this. The Alpha is a special organization that deals with the ABCs of Christianity. It's a free course. It's a 14-week course. Every Wednesday they meet there from 6:30 to 8:30. They show a small video. They have a discussion with some refreshments. And he said to me that at the end of September, the first course is over, and they're looking to start another one. So I just want to clear that up. I should have checked it myself. Someone told me. I said, "Oh, okay." With the pictures I saw of the guy and the girl, I said, "Oh, it makes sense." But I should have checked it, but goes way up. But anyway, I want to correct it today. Other than that, I know I keep saying this, but I keep checking because people keep asking me, "What's going on with the bowling alley? What's going on with the bowling alley?" And I hate to keep saying it, but I ask. They had borrowed more money because they ran out of money. What happened? The guy went in there, didn't realize that the Holly Hunter that was there before, she completely gutted the place. I mean, she took the bowling alley lanes, she took the lanes themselves, the alleys, she took everything. It was just bare. So he spent over $200,000 in there in tax. So he went and got some more money from the county IDA, and they're closing on it this Wednesday. And he said to me, once it's closed, it'll be a matter of 2 weeks the bowling alley will be open. What they got to do then, everything on the inside is done. all new machines, all new floors are in, all new alleys are done. It just needs to have, because of the unions, I guess, the ABA Bowling Association has to come down and set up the monitors and things like that. That'll take maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks. So hopefully, and I'm saying hopefully, that the middle of August, the bowling alley will be open for the winter leagues and some other things that go on, which I hope everybody will be happy about. And also, the owner of the bowling alley complex told me that what used to be the lots was going to be a bar restaurant, and that I think his name is Jimmy Jack from the Jackson, who used to at the Rainbow, used to cook up the Rainbow, is going to be doing all the cooking down there, and I guess he's done with wings and things like that. So I said, good, another place to have something else to go eat, and it's always good.
Really good snack time.
So that's the latest I heard on that. So I think we're progressing, and yes, Dunkin' Donuts is still coming. I know we've been talking about that as well, but what happened was the outfit is an Indian company that bought about 40 or 50 restaurant places like that, and they bought a whole bunch at once, and they're now finishing up on Richmond Springs. They're doing that, and one other place they're going to be done. And then when they come in, they're going to do the next two places, which is Walton and Delhi. Because where Pizza Hut is in Delhi, that's going to be a Dunkin' Donuts as well. So hopefully pretty soon that'll start working. When you see the cleaning up the instructions, you can say, all right, it's good. But it is going to happen. I just want everybody to know. And that's all I have. If nothing else, I think we're done for the night. Thank you very much for coming, everybody. Thank you, guys.